Fine. So coming for today class is categories of HTML elements. The different categories we are having in the HTML elements. Categories in the sense, just now I said you that wherever is required, whichever elements want to be added. For example, in all the cases, we doesn't require paragraph. In all the cases, we doesn't require only italic, bold, or in all cases, we require table images. In specific context, in specific ways, we are going to have the different elements is required. So different categories are there. For example, root is one category, metadata is one category, section is another category, heading is another category, flow is another category, phrasing is another category, embedded is another category, interactive is another category. Okay, so these are the different categories of HTML elements. Under each category, we have again a set of elements will be comes under that category. You can say it's a cluster. Root is one cluster, metadata is cluster, one cluster, section is one cluster. Under that cluster, a set of elements will be added over there. So on an average, this totally 8 different HTML element categories are there. In each, a different elements are. So let me see the first one, root elements. So how do we are defining root elements? Root elements in the sense the top elements. The root in the sense the top elements are called as root elements. In the root elements, if you see that one, in each HTML element, we have some set of attributes. Attributes in the sense, it is like when you see a for loop, it consisting of 3 parameters: initialization, increment, decrement, or condition. Like you are separating that. Another example, when you take a function with 3 parameters, how the functions is defined with 3 parameters. Function, for example, add or add of a comma b comma c. So these are the 3 parameters. Agree? Each is called as a parameter. Here in the HTML, after the element name, for example, body, space, you are giving the different attributes. So here we are calling attributes. There in the functions we are calling parameters. So we have different attributes for each element. Like attributes or class, we can define the class name. Where we are going to use this class name, how in upcoming classes you'll understand how will be applied further. DIR, that is the direction, whether left to right we need to display, right to left or right to right, or in which direction you like to be represent that text. And ID is a unique identification, and language, in which language the code is. The HTML code has to display in which language. LANG is another attribute. XML, if it is XML code, if you are representing XML colon lang. And manifest. Manifest is like URL for documents cache information. Manifest, best example. Hope you have seen that you are saving your YouTube videos, right? You are saving that YouTube videos whenever you are in a journey without internet connections. You are playing that videos. Now without internet, did you find out where that videos are saving in your YouTube? If you are saying for save, if you are clicking on that save button, it will be save that things. But where it is saving? In your mobile. If it is mobile, entire video will be saved. No, only some manifest. What is a manifest? Normally, in the politicians are releasing manifest, right? This will the things will done, will do for the rest of the 5 years, like this, right? Manifest is a set of files which required to play for something. So YouTube also the same thing. They will be in your mobile save only manifest files, but doesn't save actual MP4 or actual whatever the MWV format. All the things will not be stored in that one. Only manifest files will be saved. That based on that manifest file, even though if you don't have internet, offline it will be run, right? And the namespace, XML NS stands for namespace, also be there. So these are some of the attributes. Regular attributes we are going to using as class, ID. These are the regular attributes for all the elements we are going to using in all, like in metadata elements or in upcoming all the elements. Mostly we are going to using class and ID. Okay. So here and the last column I have given as this is not available in HTML5. New in HTML5 means already in the HTML4 is there. Only one extra feature is added compared with the HTML4 with the HTML5 is manifest. So manifest is not there in HTML4 but newly added in HTML5. So rest of the things all will be there in HTML4 as well as HTML5. So new in HTML5 means no, this is all existing in HTML4. Only new in HTML is manifest. And like this, we have also content editable. This is content editable means like when you use the attribute as content editable equal to true, then when you are entering something, when you are displayed something in the paragraph, if you want to be edit that, you can also edit it. Once you are giving attribute in your paragraph tag, for example, P is a tag, paragraph, P is a tag, P space contentable. This is content editable equal to true. If you mention it, now you can edit that in the page, that paragraph. I'll show you an example as well. Contest menu. So as I said you that the menu also we can be displayed in the contest menu in a menu format. Draggable equal to true means like when you select something, the text in the web page, when you are moving that image, moving from one location to another location, if you want to move it, draggable. If you put true, then you can drag that text, you can drag that image. If you put false, nobody will drag it that image as well. Access key is nothing but like the shortcut keys. Now, when you want to open a particular link in the page, if you are giving access key, like when you press Control Z, it is a undo the things. When you press Control X, the cutting of that. When you press Control C, it is a copy. In the same fashion, when you want to open a new window, Control W. Like this, if you want to put any access keys for a particular element, you can do it. And if you want to be hide some elements inside, you can also hide it. If you want to be check the spelling check, you can also use this attribute over for any elements. The tab index also you can use. The style you can also use. Like this, we have different elements are available in root. So root elements is nothing but starting element. For an example, already we have seen that document type. This is the document type. We are already seen the example. Such type of elements are called as root elements. Okay. So root elements, we have one example. Let me see that example, how it will be works. Right. So root elements having different attributes. Now, just see the example on root elements. Whatever we have discussed just now. Right. Reduce the font size. Right. Fine. Now see, it is better. Right. Hope it is visible. Now this is one example. This is a document type. We are going to using as HTML, not XML. So type of the document is HTML. We're starting with HTML. And if you want a title, you can add the title with the help of head. If it doesn't require, directly go to the body type. Now what we said, we have seen some attribute, right? Content editable. Content editable equal to true. We are mentioning the attribute. How the attributes values are giving for a element is paragraph element. This is the attribute. Attribute equal to true. So whatever the values you want to give, you can give in the double quotations. The values has to be given in the double quotation. This is a paragraph. It is editable. Try to change it. This is one paragraph. Now another paragraph, what I'm doing, I'm using dir. Dir stands for directions. And directions is right to left. R stands for right, to T stands for to, L stands for left. So right to left, what I'm displaying, write this text right to left. Clear? Now I'm using another paragraph. Not only this attributes has to use for paragraph. For any element, you can use these attributes. But for example, I'm using for paragraph. P hidden. So this paragraph should be hidden. This paragraph doesn't display it in the web page. Another paragraph I'm using, this is visible paragraph. And another paragraph I'm using the bold note. This is hidden attribute is not supported in IE, so on, so like this. Okay. So how many attributes we have seen? Content editable, direction, hidden. Now, still, if you want to check, this is spell check. In this paragraph, this is editable, right? So this is editable. This is a paragraph. So see the spelling of paragraph, paragraph, paragraph spelling. If you want to be have a spell check true of attribute, whatever you are typing in this paragraph, if you are type like in the word, it is showing red mark, right? Red below mark. The same thing you can be expecting in the web page as well. If you are typing any word mistake, it will be automatically shows the red mark indicating this is a spelling mistake because you have enabled the spell check attribute equal to true. Try to change this text. And first name. First name, this is the input tag. Later we'll talk about this input tag. Input tag is for reading the text, right? You are giving username, you are giving password, right? So input is a tag where we can read something from the HTML page. So that is the input tag. We'll talk about in the upcoming slides. No issue. For only for this example, please try to understand that input is for taking the input from the HTML. So when you display, when you take as a type is an attribute. Type equal to text means it's a text field like username, first name, last name, like this you can do it. If type equal to password, if you consider, then it will take as a password because whatever you are typing, it should be in a rounded circle or stars. It should not be displayed. And again, strong. Strong is like, it look like a bold. Strong means what? It's very stronger, right? It's the note compared with this note is a bold. It's a stronger means little bit of bold. Okay, so this is internet IE something. So focus on how the attributes are using in the elements. That's all. The rest of the things will be known once you have a practice of this sort of elements. Clear? So we have discussed content editable, the directions, hidden, and here the content editable as well as spell check we have seen, and one more tag like type you can give, and another is strong. So this is a tags, not a attribute. So only focus on this. Now I'm running this program. I'm just running this program. So here root elements, the same program I already saved in HTML. I'm just running this. See, I'm just zooming this so that everyone can see. Hope this is visible. Now see, what is the first one? First paragraph. Let me close this. Now here. What is the first one? Here. The first is a paragraph. This is a paragraph. It is editable. Try to change this text. This is editable. Now see, I can change. This is WD class. I'm just typing on the page. I'm not typing over anything. This is a page, web page, right? You can edit this because you have used the attribute called as content editable equal to true. You can edit. It is, this is WD class for sort btech IDB. Try to change this, right? We are changing. What is the second thing we have seen? Here, direction. What's the directions? R to L means right to left. See, from right to left, it is displaying this one. R to L. If you want left to right, you can use, just use as L to R. L to R, just save it and refresh. See here, left to right, you can directly mention here itself. See, L to R, left to right. Yes. L to R. See, because sometimes the browser will not take directly whichever we are saving here. So I'm using L to R, so that's why it is a left to right. Okay. Now what is next? This is visible. So this is visible in the sense here. This, if you are observing, this is hidden. This paragraph should be here. It is displayed here in the page? No. After this, because it is a hidden. So this paragraph doesn't display on the page because we are using the attribute hidden. Now after this, we have paragraph. This is a visible paragraph. This is displayed over here. If you are removing this hidden, automatically it will display over there. And we are making a note of bold. This attribute is so and so like this. And after this, what we have done it in the program, we have checked for spelling. Now see here a paragraph. So this say paragraph, it is editable. Try to change this one. Here a spelling mistake. Here, see, once we click on this, this is editable paragraph. It is showing red mark. Hope it is visible to you all. There's a red mark below this. Hope you are seeing, right? So this is a red mark paragraph. So right click on this or can use paragraph and editable. I'm just removing A. Again, it's showing error. See red mark below this one, red mark, because you are enabled try. We are enabled spell check equal to true. TR. TR means anything we can say as Terry. This is showing error. TRI. You can change. Now, again, when you want to be displayed anything, any spell check in the text field itself, in the text field, we are using in this input field, you are using a spell check equal to true. So this is an input field. Just you are giving technology, techno. This is a spelling mistake. It's showing error. Technology, error gone. Technology, web, web, or this is an error. This THI is an error. THIS is a correct one. So like this, we can do with the help of this root elements. We have different attributes. We can make our requirement, whatever the attributes we are required for such type of elements, not only for the root elements, for any type of elements, we can use this attributes and we can perform our requirement over. So as time permits, we'll go one by one. We'll let you know some other attributes as well. So few attributes only I have shown you in the practical way. The other things also be covering in upcoming other categories of HTML elements. Is it clear? Right. Now, next second category is metadata. Metadata consisting of again the sub elements like title, base, link, command, meta, no script, script, style. These are the elements, set of elements comes under metadata. So title already are aware, the title. Base is nothing but best example for base is, for example, in the one of the cloud, you store a set of images in one folder. Like KKB is a folder which stores all the images. Now, in that KKB folder, you are accessing the image names. You are accessing image name. For example, in KKB folder, we have images called 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 10 images order. The first image name is 1.jpg, 1.jpg. Now, in the base tag, in the base element, you mention only the link where KKB folder is available. Up to, for example, in C drive, KKB is there, KKB folder is there. Up to that only you can mention. So rest of this, whenever you require to insert any image, you just use the image tag, img tag, and directly you can use the file name, src. Img is a tag, src is the attribute. We'll discuss that also. Just you can use directly one. So we are not giving any absolute path. Just we are giving only relative path. Means only the file name we are giving, only one. So it will search first of all in the base. If it is not available, it shows error. Shows error means doesn't display anything. So in the base, we are mentioning the top folder. The rest of the sub things automatically we can use the name itself, like it is going to be accessing. In the simple way, another example, you have done the C programs, right? So hash include. Include is a folder name in Turbo C. In include, we have different header files like stdio.h or conio.h or math.h, stdlib.h. All the different header files are available. Where include is called as a base. In the base, we have set of different header files over there. In the same fashion, base means the top folder, and the rest of things directly we can use the file. Link is nothing but linking to one to another document. Command. Command is the new element in HTML5, which is not there in HTML4. We see the example in the metadata practical. So meta, data about data. Data about data, how it look like. In mobile, the data will be, when you see that in one view. If you see in the laptop the same, it will be a different view. So data about the data is called as meta. Metadata, data about the data will be called as a meta over here. And no script is nothing but when we'll talk about in the JavaScript, we'll discuss more about this no script and script. And style is nothing but we have CSS. There is a separate topics are there. The cascading style sheets. They will talk about the style. What type of style you are going to use it. Whether style equal to internal style or external style or inline style. Where they are going to using that element called as style element. Okay, so the elements comes under metadata is title, base, link, command, meta, no script, script, style. Clear? So the attributes for the title, like already we have discussed, class, ID, language, style. For each element, again, this is the title is an element. Agree? So title, again, we have different attributes like class, ID, language, style. And this is one example for title. Already we have seen HTML references. Okay. And base. So base is the default URL. For the base, we have attributes called as hrefs and target. Now you can use hrefs. Hrefs is nothing but the path, exact path where it is available, the total images are available, that hrefs. We are giving that hrefs totally. So this hrefs consisting of a URL. And we have another attribute called as target. Target means the best example is when you are clicking a particular link. For example, if you are put a hyperlink for the default, if you click on this one, it will be navigated to the next page or it will be navigated in the same page based on the code how you return the HTML code. If you are saying in a underscore blank, the value is underscore blank, target equal to in the double quotation. If you are putting as underscore blank, then in the blank page it will open that URL. The parent means this wherever the parent means where actually the things are there in the parent root, it will be open there. Self means in the same page it will be open. Top means on the top of that it will open. If you say frame means if you are considering this is a total web page, this is a one web page considering, when you talk about the frame name means among this page when I click something here it has to display or itself here itself in this frame the same page only in some sort of space. This is called as a frame. When you click on this particular link, it will display the respective navigation link in the same page in one frame, in one area. That area is called as frame. Like this, we can display this hyperlink in a separate link, in a separate blank page, or in the parent page, or in the self, there itself, in the top, or in the specified frame. For example, the base here, already I said you right, in the my cloud, I have an images folder, https kkbashir.moodlecloud/images folder is there. The target for this one, is underscore blank in the new blank page. Now in image tag, this is the image tag, img is the image tag. We have an attribute called as src. Src means source. In the source, I am not using absolute path. Absolute path means absolute path in the sense entirely specify the path, entire path like c:/kkb/images/ like this, that is called as absolute. When you are talking only the file name, it is called as a relative path. Now kkb.jf. Now IMG will search for whenever this command, if this element has executed, it will search for where the kkb.gif will be available. It search in the base element. Now it search in the cloud. In the images, if it is there kkb.gif, it will display with the width of 24 and height with 39. If it is does not there, then they can use a attribute called as ALT. ALT means alternative message. Whenever any message image is not displayed, sometime you have observed in your emails, you are getting an image like this, but the image is not displayed and into mark will be there. So if you are goes through on, if you are take the mouse over that image, into mark image, it shows the alternative message. Something is there. This is KKB photo. Like this, alternative message can be give with the help of ALT attribute. Okay, so image consisting of SRC attribute, width attribute, height attribute, ALT. Anyhow, in upcoming commands, there is a separate discussion will be there for IMG. They will talk about more. This is the base. Like similarly, we have a link consisting of attributes href, language, media, relative, rel. Like this, every purpose based on our requirement, we can use any number of attributes. But at least for each element, you remember minimum 2 to 3 attributes, at least 2 attributes when you are writing in the examination, when you are doing the laboratory. Please remember at least 1 to 2 minimum to 2 attributes has to remember for you. And as well as the link consisting the size and the types as well. Now this is a link. So this is a style sheet, relation of style sheet. Type is a text or CSS. This is a text. href styles.css. So here we are talking about, here we are adding the CSS file because the color, we'll talk more about that in the when you are discussing in the second unit about the CSS. In this styles.css file, we have defined h1 with this color. H1 has to be, we are defining some style with color bold, green color. We are mentioning that. So how we are written that one, we will take care by this file. We are defining h1 in this style index.css file, how h1, whenever I am using an element called h1, how the text will be displayed, whatever we are in the opening tag and ending tag of h1, how the text has to display, it will be taken care by this CSS file. We have written that respective things in this file. And P, in the paragraph also, when I am using paragraph P, in this style sheet I have given as red. Whenever using the text, it has to display as in a red color. Like this also we can make it. But here, for what purpose we are taking the example is how we are using a link element, how the attribute of related to that link is rel, type, href, how we are using. That is a focus, but not the focus of how we are displaying the messages. Only the focus is on link element. Okay. Similarly, the command. Command is also used to execute the command when an event is fired. Event is fired in the sense when you are want to give any action for a particular command. Like when you are clicking any, we have a checkbox, right? For example, it's a checkbox. When you click on this checkbox, what action has to be done? When you are taking a radio button, what action has to be taken for this? So that when you execute something, what action has to be fired? What event has to be fired? That we'll talk about in the command element. So the attributes for this command is the type, label, icon, disable, check. Like this, we have a radio group, on click, all different attributes are there. For each is one purpose, because only HTML is a separate course. Only we are adding as a one of the chapter, not also one of the unit, one of the chapter we are added. So that's why I'm going to give a glance for you, and it is not mandatory to remember everything, but at least try to know the main elements which are comes under which category, and at least 1 to 2 attributes you have to remember to run some programs. And meta is another element, as I said you, right? Meta. See here, when you are seeing the same, the size of the image, the screen will be, this is like this. When you see another image, which is a display of different size, the data is like this. So data about data, it will be vary from screen to screen. It displays on the page where not displayed on the page, metadata. It depends on the machine. It depends on the display, how it will be displayed based on the screen sizes, how the data will be done on one after the other. So metadata is a data about data. That is a definition I have given. Data about data. Metadata is a data in the sense information about information. The same thing we are reflecting in another way. So the attributes or character set or default is ASCII, or we are going to using the code 8, ASCII or maybe a code 8, and the content is another attribute, HTTP equivalent name. Like this, you can use also UTF-8 character set, or you can use the ASCII character set. These are the values for this. No script in the sense, like we'll discuss more about this when you're talking about the JavaScript, more about this one. The script type equal to this one, and here the script. If it is not a no script in the sense, when this type of JavaScript is not supports, at the time the no script has displayed that your browser does not support JavaScript. Like this, when you want to display, like we are facing some problems when you are running the when you are writing some online examinations, or online when you are appearing for any contest. If you don't have the scripts allowed, if you don't allow you the scripts, then automatically it shows some error, or else it shows some blank pages. In that cases, if you want to display that any technical issues is there, the script is not supporting, then you can use the no script. It display whatever the message in between the opening tag of no script and closing tag of no script. Whatever the message you are displaying, the same will be displayed over there. So it indicates that if any script is running backend or in the front end, if it doesn't support your browser, maybe IE browser or whatever the browser you are using, at the time no script will help you that so and so script is not supporting by your browser. Such type of things we can script in the sense that you can run the script. When you want to run the JavaScript, you can use script tag, starting and ending. And document.getElementID, get element by ID, we'll talk later about this when you are discussing about the JavaScript. The attributes are asynchronous and character set, diff and src, type, all this. The last one is the style, and as I said you that just now I had discussed about this style tag. In the style tag, we have a h1, h1, h2, h1, h2, h3, h4, like this. We have different tags over there. Now for this tags, what we can mention is we can mention a style. A style can be, this is called as inline style. We can use a in between the braces, open braces and closing braces, and here the attribute name followed by the value. Here we are going this one. So this is called as a declaration. Declaration ends with semicolon. Any number of declarations we can view in a inline style. So this is open braces and close braces, like a function. When you start this function, open braces and close braces, inside this we are defining a variable declaration, semicolon, again a value assigning semicolon. So each is called what? A declaration. In the same fashion here, color colon red is a declaration, ends with semicolon. If you want another declaration, you can use color, or if you want to use the maybe font colon Vardhana. Like this, you can also use another declaration. So each declaration separated with semicolon. So again, each declaration consisting of a value followed by, this is a attribute followed by value. Attribute, color is attribute separated with colon, red is a value. So H1, whenever I'm using H1 in my HTML tag, body tag, H1 indicates whenever it is using, color indicates automatically whatever the text you are using in between H1 to starting tag and ending tag, it will display that text as a red color. When you are using paragraph in your tag, the display as a color, blue, right? So this style will be saved as a dot file name, any file name, for example, f dot css. When you save this one, and if you link this css to your HTML, automatically, whenever you are using the HTML code, when you link this CSS, just now we have seen one example, right? So whatever, if you save this f.css and you link this to your HTML file with a linked element in HTML, wherever you are using H1, it displays the text as red. Wherever you are using P, it displays the text as blue. Right. So style also consisting of the attributes like media, scope, type, like this. Clear? Now let me see one small example over here in the metadata. In metadata, we have discussed a lot of things, lot of elements we have discussed it, right? So what are the things we have discussed in the metadata? For a glance, let me right. So in metadata, we have seen different elements like title, categories, base, link. We have seen command, meta, no script, style. Let me see one small example over the metadata. So I'll show you what are the different metadata elements are going to use it. See here, hope it is visible to everyone. So it starts with the document type. Document type is not always mandatory. It's an optional. It's your interest. HTML, and I'm going to using the head. Why? Because I'm using a base. I'm using a base over here. So here I'm using the base. Href is the one of the attribute. Base is the tag. Now I'm mentioning the total entire path followed by target attribute. So target equal to, we can use self, parent, we can use the blank frame name. Now I'm using underscore blank as a value for the target attribute. Now again, body. Now in the body, I'm using the img and src, the source. Src means here in the images folder, I have one of the image called stickman there. I'm just displaying that one. If it is not displayed, an alternative message will display as stickman. Notice that something we have written something here, the text doesn't matter. Now I'm using an anchor tag. A is an anchor tag in the paragraph. Href is a reference, just anchor tag. When I am clicking SVEC, it has to open what? kkbashir.moodlecloud.com. This is the anchor tag. So it has target equal to blank attribute. This is the because of this is the only description we are mentioning over here. So like this, we can also use not only base, we can also use any tags like the title already we have seen, metadata, all such type of things also we can see over there. Now let me have run this program. Just saving all files, meta elements dot html. Okay, here is the file. This here is the file meta elements. Just double clicking on this. See here, because in this there is a no stickman folder in this cloud, so that's why it is showing an alternative message. What is the alternative message? ALT we have kept as stickman. Now when I am clicking this anchor A hyperlink, anchor A stands for anchor. When you are clicking this anchor tag means navigating. When you click this one, it is navigating to kkbashir.moodlecloud.com. Goes to kkbashir.moodlecloud.com. Okay. So we need to keep all the images in this cloud. Then only we can access such type of images over here, the base. Right. That is one example. That is one example where it talks about more about the meta elements. In the same fashion, if you are interested, like we have another examples. So all these examples we will share with you, whatever I'm discussing over here. Good elements, a lot of examples. Menu also be there. Now just we have symbol. Menu elements, this also we'll discuss later. Right. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Fine. So today we here we have discussed about the root and metadata elements. Now